August, called Queen of Swords. It'll be airing on Awkward Confidence. I'll leave all the details in the description, but it would mean the world to me if you guys can check it out, right? With that being said, let's start the reading. So what's going on? What's the energy for Cancer this month? What's the energy for Cancer? I try so hard to stay away from love, but love just pops out. Okay. Disloyalty and death and endings in reverse. I'm busy in reverse. Secrets. Sex. Third party reverse. Okay. And at the bottom of the deck, we have jealousy. Okay. Wow. Okay. I was just saying I try my best to stay away from love. Like I just want to be general as much as possible because to be honest, love isn't the be all or end all of life. You know, like love isn't everything. And when I say love, I just mean like relationships and connections. Like sometimes it's okay to like find out, oh, what's the next for career, or you know, what's my life purpose, or how are my friends and stuff. But love just keeps coming up in your readings, Cancer. Okay. This won't resonate with everyone, so don't bite my head off. But what I'm getting here is a soul tie energy. Why does this make me think of my best friend? And if you are my best friend, hi. Because, you know, Cancer, oh my God. Okay, some of you, if you are in a situationship now, if you are in a situationship, not if you're single, but if you're in a situationship, how do I deliver this? Okay, let me just be honest, right? I feel like a lot of you may be having a karmic connection with someone that you're currently in a situationship with. And it was a soul tie because we have sex and we have death and endings in reverse. So this is a situation where you know it needs to be over. Like you know you need to leave the situation. Like logically you understand like this is something that is overstayed its welcome. But it's very hard to end it. You have trouble walking away from the situation because there is a soul tie. Either you or the person you're dealing with, one of you both, have trouble leaving the situation. Okay, if you know it's not you, it's the other person. But someone, it's kind of like Chloe and Tristan kind of vibe, and she's a Cancer herself. So there's a soul tie that has been made because intimacy has taken part, and it's harder to leave the situation. Okay. But we have disloyalty and secrets. I feel like some of you, unfortunately, not the easiest message to deliver, but you'll be discovering that someone has been very disloyal, or someone's been talking to other people, or someone's interested in other people. You're just going to be finding out more secrets, more deception from this individual. And it's not that God wants to hurt you, but it's like, you know, when you've overstayed a lesson and you were only meant to learn things from it, and it wasn't meant to be something that was meant to grow. And instead of leaving the situation, you stay because it's very hard to break this energetic bond because it's been, you know, crystallized by sex and intimacy and connection, energy exchange. So God now tries to put information into your life so that you have no choice but to walk away. And the more you hold on, the harder it's going to hurt you, you know? I hope this does not resonate with everyone because this resonates with somebody. And I was hoping messages like this wouldn't come through the reading, but it's coming through the reading. This is only if you're dealing with a situationship. If you're single, discard this part of the message. You'll get more messages as we continue through the video. But we do have third party in reverse. Now, this is not to say that there isn't a third party. This is to say that, because it's clarifying I'm busy in reverse. This could be, you guys could be so consumed into what's happening with your situationship with your partner or your potential partner or someone who you want to be with. Instead of focusing on other priorities in your life, your main focus is on this connection, and it's actually making you come across where like your priorities are not focused, right? Like you should be busy with other things, but instead you're investing into this, and that's why I'm busy in reverse. It's almost like I don't have anything else going on, so I have no choice but to fixate on this energetically. And with the third party in reverse, it's like your third party should be work, your third party should be friendships, your third party should be focusing on other pursuits in your life. Because as much as you are drawn to someone and you like someone, it doesn't mean that they need to be your life. Like the whole world needs to revolve around this person, because that's not the case, but that's what the energy is coming through. And at the bottom of the deck we have jealousy, so there could be a lot of jealousy. Maybe the person you dealt with has made you feel insecure, has lowered your self-esteem, has put other people into the situation, has made you not feel good enough. So there's a trauma bond and there's a soul tie, and you're trying to break from it, and it's eating you up inside. It's almost like it's got to the point where it's just this energy, you're so obsessed with this energy, or the person, apply where it resonates. It may not even be your energy, it could be other people, or the other person you're dealing with that's feeling this way towards you. You could be a cross watcher, but whoever is, someone is very obsessed with another person, and that other person, quite frankly, does not give a shit. They're just stringing another person along, and it's causing jealousy, it's causing self-esteem issues, it's causing harm. I sense that someone in the situation knows what they need to do, but they're finding it hard to do the right thing. As in, like, one person needs to end the situationship, but they're finding it hard. Okay, I hope that doesn't resonate with many people, because it is a sad message. But of course, if it does resonate, then this is your confirmation. And some of you guys who are going through this know about it, right? But discard that if you're single. What's happening with my single Cancers? This is very specific. Okay, with the single Cancers, we do have third eye chakra, we do have inner day, we do have manifestation, we do have inner year, we do have block and unite. Wow, okay. All right. And we do have fear. Okay, so for single Cancers, or people who are just not really in a situationship, you're going to be paying attention to your intuition. I feel like everything that you're trying to manifest will come into fruition within a year's time, but you're being very intuitive and you're following your guidance as to how you want to move. This block and inner day could be referring to either a person or an opportunity. You may accidentally block something, and it may not be bad or good, but it's like there's an obstacle that will present itself in a day's time, whatever that may be relating to. But I don't get that it's anything serious. Oh, you may get confirmation about something happening, and you may be so like blocked off towards it. You may not feel inspired to go towards it. But that's okay. That's just divine direction. But I do feel like anything you're manifesting will come into fruition within a year. But there's something about intuition. You could also be someone who overthinks, and when you overthink negatively, it creates fear in your head. You start to get a bit anxious and start to overthink the worst of the worst of the worst situations. This could be in pertaining to job, education, career, whatever it may be. But you're being guided to not have that fear, because what is meant for you will not pass you by. There's a saying, I think it's an Islamic saying, but something to do with like, what is meant for you will be for you, even if it's between two mountains. But what is not meant for you will never be for you, even if it's between your own two lips. So like, there's no such thing as an accident. Do you see what I'm saying? So even if something feels out of reach, if it's destined for you, it will happen for you. Just don't lose the faith. That's the main message I'm getting. So that's for single Cancers. But in general, the Cancers that we're dealing with, situationships, it's not looking good, if I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, so let's get something from tarot. What's happening with Cancers this month of August? What's happening with Cancers this month of August? I try my best to keep away from love, but love keeps popping up. We have 6 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. We have the 4 of Swords. We have the Page of Pentacles. We have the King of Swords. We have the 4 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Swords, and then we also have the 2 of Cups. I want to clarify what this Page of Pentacles is about. What is the Page of Pentacles about? The 6 of Pentacles is all about balance, reciprocity, getting what you give in. Okay. I feel like someone wants to come into your life, but they're finding it difficult because 6 of Pentacles is all about reciprocity. And I feel like you guys may be giving your energy towards something or someone to the point where you're not actually paying attention to this Page of Pentacles that wants to come in. You're a bit guarded. I feel like, say for example, if you've gone through a tough situation and you are recovering from it, during your healing process, or if you're still haven't left the situation and you're obsessing over someone, you are blocking other people from trying to come in. I mean, after all, I mean, it is a page, so I guess it's not that deep. But yeah, blocking opportunities to learn and grow and find someone who maybe you can grow with, or someone who's well intentioned. Because even though this page of Pentacles is a page, they have good intentions. Somebody does want to come in, or maybe God wants to send this person into your life, but you can't see it because you're now jaded from what has happened in the past, or maybe you're more focused on other things, or this situationship for some of you. So there's going to be a lack of equal give and take because of your focus being on one other person. That's what I'm getting strongly. But I want to clarify the Six of Wands. Can you clarify the Six of Wands? Okay, so some of you could have dealt with someone who's emotionally detached. I mean, the King of Swords is not really a bad person, but they're very much logical. They're not really as emotional, but they are balanced, but they're not as emotional. So this person could actually have a lot of attention, and a lot of people may want this person's attention, but for some of you, like, you're maybe in unintentional competition with a lot of people for this person's attention. I don't know what it is or what the theme is, but I'm getting like there's a man who isn't really that present, like 100%. Like he's flighty and inconsistent, but not in the way where he checks up on you and then he disappears. He checks up on you and then he disappears. It's more like in the case of this person just does their own thing, but people fight for this person's attention, and this person is used to getting other options, you know. And I feel like for some of you who are in that situationship that I talked about, you may feel like you're constantly having to fight for this person's attention while they are not really focused on anyone specific. They're just kind of focused. It sounds a bit mean, but this person's kind of a little bit selfish. Like they're more focused on practical things or things that are to do with themselves. They're not really, their heart isn't really like flocking towards anyone particularly. While meanwhile, there's someone who does want to love you and want to be with you, Cancer, and someone who does look up to you or will enter your life or try to enter your life. But it's like you take no notice of them. Like you kind of have your heart kind of closed off to this person. Yeah. So I feel like after going through all of this painful situations with this person who couldn't really give to you equally, it's going to kind of leave you feeling jaded and just focus more on yourself. You're going to want a lot of alone time and just be in rest and recuperation. You're not really going to be sharing your energy much with other people. Okay. But someone does want to come into your life to love you. But it's almost like you have your back turned to that person. Okay. Can we clarify what this Two of Cups is about and this Five of Swords then? Okay. We do have the Lover's card. So love does want to come forward. Ace of Swords, so you may get a message from a few people. I don't even think it's just from one. I think other people admire you. Even this Page of Cups energy. I am getting that a lot of people, well, not many people, I'm just getting maybe like two strong people, maybe water sign, earth sign. We have 2 pages here, but somebody wants to come in, or maybe it's 3. What I'm getting is there is someone that you wanted, but they're emotionally stunted. They don't have the ability to give to you in a way that you want to be given to. Okay, you're always going to have to fight for this person's attention. That's the King of Swords energy. Everybody else is doing the same. This person barely even speaks, right? They're just really in it for themselves, right? That's a person that you need to let go of. That's a person that is not for you, you know? But then you have this Page of Pentacles who finds you absolutely stunning, beautiful in every way. They want to get closer to you. They have good intentions, but you're not really open to them because of the fuckery you've been through. And then you also have this Page of Cups who wants to also come in, but again, it's kind of like, you're kind of like, I don't know if I should give it a chance. And then you have a soulmate trying to come in with this Lover's card. You may meet on an app or you may meet online. There is a message coming through here. Someone who could be a potential soulmate, someone who you could potentially end up falling in love with and having a long relationship with. But you may be a little bit defensive towards this person. But I'm getting, if you gave this person a chance, you may actually surprise yourself. It may be a very mutual, happy exchange. So there is a soulmate coming in for you, Cancer. But I feel like right now you can't see it. And if you don't resonate with the storyline of having a situationship going on, then you may be a single Cancer that's just jaded, and you may feel like, I want love, but I don't trust people, and I've had so much disappointment. Well, then you're actually being told that love is trying to come into your life, but you may be very defensive towards it. You may be very blocked off towards it because of what you have gone through. But this person, you feel this energy, but you at the same time you also feel like, "Oh, I don't know. It'll make you feel a bit doubtful. Um, you may even resort to playing mind games, as in like, oh, maybe I should act like this, maybe I should play it cool. Like, say for example, if you want to message someone, you may be like, oh, I shouldn't really message this person. They're gonna think I'm desperate now, because you may be affected by the past. Maybe you gave a lot of attention to the person you really loved, or you were in a relationship with, and they didn't really give you much. So now you kind of feel like, okay, now I need to hold back. You're scared to be put in the same situation that you were put in the past, because it was painful. So I see you moving differently, and it may come off as manipulative to the new person, but you're not trying to be. You're just trying to guard your heart, right? What does Cancer need to know for all this? I'm trying my best to stay away from doing tarot reading style in a way where like, oh, how does so-and-so feel about you? As in like, okay, what's their intentions? Because it kind of creates a sense of like, you can't move on when you need to move on. And I'm trying my best to not make it all about love. But yeah, we have the 10 of Wands in reverse. We have the 3 of Cups. We have the Devil card. We have the 5 of Swords. We have the Death card. We have the 10 of Pentacles, and we have the Judgment card. I want to clarify what this Death card is about with the 3 of Cups. Because I have an idea. Okay, that's what I confirmed. 10 of Swords. I feel like you're putting an end to anything that makes you feel like a third party or a third wheel, or anyone who makes you feel like you don't belong, or you feel left out, or you feel like three's a crowd, or you feel like you're being juggled. You're putting it to an end. It's painful, it's hard, but it's like you're willing to put that to an end because you've just had enough. And I think it's Leo season that's giving people the courage to make decisions that are quite bold and actually go after things or leave situations that are painful for them, because the Leo just has that vibe to them, right? But with this 5 of Swords and the 10 of Wands, I'm getting that you guys are like kind of protecting yourselves. It's like you're sick and tired of the burden. You're sick and tired of the pain. So now you're kind of just going to be shutting people off and being more selfish and being like, I only need to think about what makes me happy. I don't even care if it upsets other people anymore. Like, I just got to put me first now. So you're going to be developing this attitude of like, even if someone gets hurt by my words, so be it. I'm sick and tired of having to deal with this. I'm hearing the word grouchy. So some of you may be feeling a bit moody. Like you may be, and it's not even moody as in, oh, it's that time of the month, so I'm in a bad mood. But it's more of a case of depression, like symptoms of mild depression. Like as in like, Cancer is known to be quite moody. Like in the sense of like when you're going through shit, it's like you just don't even have the energy to be fake nice anymore. You're just like, oh, fuck this, You're kind of in this kind of mode for this month. So it's like, you no longer care about like how you come across. Maybe in the past you tried your best to be on your P's and Q's, but now you're just like, fuck this shit. I don't have time for this anymore. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm just hearing I'm done, But I want to clarify what the Devil card, why the Devil card is here. Why's the Devil card here? We have the Queen of Wands and the Star card. I feel like you need to pay attention to anyone who's distracting you. If it's a sexual connection, a karmic connection that you have with someone, this is only holding you back from your abundance. Because some of you guys don't realize that you're actually meant to do amazing things in this world. A lot of people actually, they are given the opportunity by God to do amazing things in this world, but they let really bad distractions get to them and they never achieve them. But, because there's free will, right? But something tells me that you guys are actually meant to be focusing on your abundance, focusing on something that's going to help you in the future, you and your future children. But the thing is, someone from your past is trying to distract you, or someone from the past is a distraction, or someone currently who you have like a sexual tie to is just a sexual connection, like is a big distraction, right? And if you keep entertaining this distraction, it will have a direct effect on your abundance, like longevity abundance, not pocket money or like what you have right now, but just like big term abundance. Um, so judgment is all about making decisions. Sometimes it's about second chances, but this is ultimately what I'm getting, a big decision that you have to make. So if you're in a relationship and you're thinking about ending it, like this is like, it has to be the end, the end, the end. It can't be, I'm gonna end it. Oh no, retrograde comes back around. Let's get back together. Like this is gonna be like a final piece, you know, especially with the Ten of Swords here and the Death card here. It's like you need to make a decision whether you want to welcome the door open for people who have disrespected you, hurt you, betrayed you, cheated on you, lied to your face, people who don't value you. You need to make a decision whether you want to keep people like that in your life or if you're ready to let them go. But that's going to be down to you and you alone, so that you can make room for people who do love you, people who do care about you, people who do respect you. Okay. What about in love? Tell me more about this soulmate that wants to come in. Okay. Okay, so what I'm sensing here is, ooh, okay, Six of Cups, King of Cups. Okay, so I do sense that there is a soulmate trying to come through. But what I'm getting here, the storyline I'm getting is this person's going to enter your life. But you're not going to be ready for this person. You're going to push this person away because you're more focused on whatever's going on elsewhere, whether it's with a situationship or with other things, or just protecting yourself, right? You're going to push this person away and they're going to respect your boundaries and they're just going to fuck off. They're just going to be like, fine, if Cancer's not ready for me, that's okay. I'm going to move on, right? You're not going to feel the loss there because you're so focused on other things that don't actually matter right now, you know? So they're not even going to feel like they're at a loss. They're going to be disappointed, but they're going to get over and just live their life. And you're not going to feel that loss because you're like, okay, well, I'm so obsessed with whatever's going on here, so I don't really notice you. But what I feel like there's going to be a resurgence. They're going to come back in the future. And this may be the person you end up marrying, okay? They don't have to be a water sign, but we are seeing King of Cups energy. So this person is emotionally mature, emotionally open, emotionally ready. Or maybe that's how they come back. So maybe it could be the Page of Cups that comes into your life where they're very young, they're your age, or it could be young. They are fresh-eyed, very well-intentioned, they're very good-looking, but your mind is elsewhere and more focused on the situationship or more focused on other people. So then you're kind of like, you know what, okay, you know, I don't want you. And then the other person will probably be like, okay, fine, you don't want me, Cancer doesn't want me, fair enough. They respect your boundaries and they move on, they date other people. And then something's going to happen where you go through your own healing process. You finally ditch the person that's not really good for you. You focus on your own life. You become radiant. You become magnetic. You start working on yourself. You become successful. This person comes back. And they come back matured, just like you. So they could be a reflection of who you are. They could be a soulmate. So they could also be growing in the process. They could have also been in an equally painful situationship or relationship in their past. So there's going to be something that you can relate to with this person, but something tells me you will end up marrying this person. Again, they don't have to be a Taurus, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius. Signs are not really important. It's more about energy. It's more about how this person comes across, how they make you feel. So I wouldn't read too much into the signs if I was you, but there is someone out there for you. But I feel like because you're so focused on other things, it's like you won't see it. But this person, they're meant to be part of your destiny. So they will come back because they're a soulmate. And when they come back, they'll come back matured, and you will also be matured, and you'll be able to recognize who they were. You know, you'll be able to recognize what they were willing to give towards you during the time that when they did come towards you, you were not focused on them. So I do get big soulmate vibes, but in order to make room for such a person, you have to let the person you're currently dealing with go. That's if they're, like, of course, the problem. If they're not a problem, then don't let them go. Like, this is a general reading, by the way. This will resonate with some people, and some parts will resonate with some people, but yeah, that's just what I'm being called. Let's get some advice. So, what advice do you have for Cancer? We have within the next few months. You may start to see changes in your life in general in the next few months. We have ask others for help. So if you're feeling vulnerable, you're feeling stuck, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't feel like, oh no, like I don't want to be a burden, and oh no, like these people will see me in this kind of way. I don't want them to see me this way. You're being advised to ask for help, okay? We have a year from now. So I do feel like whatever you're manifesting will come to fruition a year from now. So whether it be job, career, love, whatever it may be, well, you see it, the fruits of its labor within a year from now. A year from now, your life will be looking completely different from it is now. And we do have if you believe. So this tells me manifestation, but it also tells me positive thinking. You can't be thinking negatively, doubting whether things are going to be real, doubting whether things will get better, and then expect things to get better. Like, you have to actually be in the mindset of, you know what, I've been through some shit, and now I need to start looking for some solutions to make it better, right? So you can't be in this victim energy like, oh my god, woe is me. Like, yeah, you've gone through some shit and you don't deserve it, Cancer, but you need to start looking at solutions, because at the end of the day, it's your life. No one's going to live it for you, you know? So take those opportunities by the reins and work on yourself. You gotta self-motivate yourself, okay? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Someone can really be giving you advice, helping you out, being there for you. But if you don't want it bad for yourself, then there's nothing anyone can do, right? This comes with maturity. You know, the more you mature, the more you realize, okay, I am responsible for my own life. I'm not responsible for how people treat me, but I am responsible for who I let around my energy. And, you know, you can't let people divert you, okay? So what other advice you have for Cancer? This was very specific, so I understand if not many people can resonate with the storyline, I'm not gonna lie. We have Speak with Love. We have Decorate. There was another reading that got this. I'm trying to figure out which one it was. You Are Safe and Rise and Shine. Oh, Kylie Jenner's meme. I love it. So, you know, the Speak with Love, I'm getting this is more about to yourself. I'm not getting this is about to other people. Unless you do resonate with that moodiness and feeling like, oh my God, like I've been lashing out at everyone because of what I've been going through. I'm feeling very moody because of it. I'm talking about in the case of like how you view yourself and how you talk to yourself, okay? Big yourself up. Remember, Cancer, that there is no one on this earth like you. You are very unique. You are one of a kind. No one can replace you, right? So I feel like you need to get in the mode of speaking highly of yourself. Practice positive affirmations. It may sound dumb in the beginning, but the more you do it every single day, it will become so ingrained with you and you'll start to see things in a different way. So that's the advice for you. As for the Decorate, I'm seeing this is more like a self-love tip. Invest in your appearance. Invest in your looks. We are in Leo season, which Leo represents the sun, and the sun is, you know, the whole center of the solar system. So this is all about you. This is all about appearance. First house. I mean, Leo's in my first house. So this is all about, you know, getting dressed up. Don't be so shy. Don't be like, oh, you know, I feel like what's the point? Like, I'm not really into this and yada, yada, yada. Invest in beauty, skincare. Invest in weight loss. Invest in taking care of yourself. Because the more you love yourself and you become confident, then everything else around you starts to fall into place. You know, when you feel good and you look good, you perform well, you know? So yeah, don't be afraid to invest in your appearance, invest in your looks, and speak highly of yourself. If you're someone low self-esteem, then you're someone who really does need to speak so kindly to yourself and invest in what makes you feel beautiful. Forget societal standards, but what makes you feel beautiful. When you look in the mirror, what makes you feel beauty, right? And you're being told that you are safe. Okay, you're being very protected. If you've been feeling like, oh, sometimes I feel so rejected, sometimes I feel like I just don't fit in, sometimes I feel like, oh my God, like, why can't I catch a break? Why can't I have someone? You don't realize that these rejections or people not seeing your worth is a form of protection. Now, I know that sounds like a cliche, but when you mature and when you grow, you'll start to see it that way. Okay, you're being protected from something that could literally cause you harm to your mental health, to your spiritual health, maybe even your sexual health if you've been cheated on. You are being protected from something that will completely destroy you. So don't take it as, oh, maybe I'm not good enough. Take it as in, wow, God really loves me, that is actually trying to steer me away from what is not meant for me so that I don't waste my time. If I don't listen to him, then I'm going to waste my time, right? You are protected. And we do have rise and shine. So this is all about you. It's okay to put yourself out there. It's okay to invest in yourself and recognize that you're beautiful. It does not make you conceited to acknowledge that, because it's the truth. Okay? I feel like being in this energy is what's attracting a soulmate, but I do feel like in order for that soulmate to really thoroughly come in, your heart needs to be open to it. And I feel like even if that person comes in and your heart is close to it, you're not going to be able to enjoy that, you know? So you need to be emotionally available, and that takes time and healing, right? But the first step is acknowledging that you need to leave situations that are not good for you, no longer serving you, overstaying your welcome. This storyline is so specific, and I know exactly who this could resonate to. Hi, if you're watching. So what advice do you have for Cancer? I do have cracked open, rock bottom, surrendering to the alchemy of life. So I do feel like you guys have been through the fucking ringer, okay? And I feel like you, instead of fighting it, now you're kind of like slowly starting to accept it this month. You're like, you know what? This shit is difficult, but what can I do? I have no choice but to just accept my fate and accept the result of what's going on and just make peace with it, right? We have lost land, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Again, I did a reading like this on TikTok, and I felt like this will resonate with a lot of people who believe in past lives. I feel like in many of your lifetimes in the past, you have gone through similar problems and you've overcome them every single fucking time, right? And that just made you part of who you were today. So I feel like if you can get through it in those lifetimes, you can get through it in this lifetime. Even if it's just been within this lifetime, you've gone through a lot of storms and you found your way to get over them. So I truly believe you just need to surrender and just let God take care of it. If you feel like, oh, there's no stability in my life, I don't know where I'm headed, God has got your back, okay? I could resonate with that to some extent, even though I'm not a Cancer, but I remember at some point I was homeless. I had nowhere else to stay. I had nowhere else to go. And when I left my childhood family place, I did not leave with a plan. I did not leave knowing where I was going to go. All I did is I went to my council, I asked for a place to live, and anywhere, a shelter, a hostel, whatever it may be. And there was nothing anyone could do to help me. Okay, so I left without money, without shelter, without anything, just going full force, just trusting that God will have a plan. I stayed with the father of my kids and whatnot, got too depressing and very abusive in that circumstance. And then I was left on the street and with my child who basically could not speak because they're autistic. So I just went through life just not knowing what the fucking plan was. But then lo and behold, I was given a temporary place, and then I was promoted to a place of my own. And then now I've been moved to this place that's permanently mine. So sometimes life is funny like that. Sometimes you just surrender to it. Because in my mind, I'm like, I don't know what the plan is. I'm freaking out, but I'm trusting God. You know, so therefore, like, you just never know what life is gonna throw at you. But just surrendering and just trusting in God. Sometimes you may not trust yourself, and that's okay. But as long as you trust God's plan, then you're going to end up in the place where you need to be, okay? We have the inner earth. You'll survive this. New solutions, beginnings, learning. So you're going to be able to get through any storm. And I know it's such a cliche, like, you're strong, you'll get through it. I know it's probably annoying to hear, but it's genuinely the truth. And the more you rely on the fact that you are able to overcome anything in this world, then nothing is going to fear you. And needing no one will attract everyone. Needing nothing will attract everything. So I do feel like you'll survive the storm and you'll be blessed abundantly. But you need to pay attention to the lessons. What are you learning from this? And even if you don't want to focus on that element, just know that if you trust in God's plan, you're going to be put to a place where it's desirable for you in the future. Your future self is looking at you thinking, okay, trust the process, girl, okay? We have wait. It's not time yet. Things are being woven. So this situation does require you to be patient. So I'm not going to lie, Cancer. It's easier said than done to wait. It's easier said than done to do a lot of things. But I want you to understand that everything's being done for a reason. So please just trust the process. Any love advice you have for Cancer? We have, pay attention to red flags. Man, you know, Cancer, I'm trying so hard to get away from that negative storyline. but I can't help it. Like, this is definitely someone's story out there. Like, it's just coming out. Like, I'm not even, you know, when you shuffle, you don't know what cards are going to pop out, but it's everything's pointing into the direction of this very negative reading. So I'm sorry if you're a usual Cancer that watches me and you're like, bitch, I ain't going through any of this. I'm not dumb. My life is thriving. I'm just coming here out of curiosity. Then this reading is not for you, okay? But yeah, pay attention to red flags. I feel like I'm doing a reading for Khloe Kardashian. I don't know why, but yeah, pay attention to red flags. We do have trust. But I'm not saying this is trust in a person, but trust in what God is trying to take you to. Because you may feel like, you may have doubts. You may think, oh my God, I don't know if things are going to get better. I doubt things will get better. Oh my God, it just doesn't seem like it. Oh my God, I don't see myself looking this way. I don't see this person being like this. I don't see this. But you don't have to. You don't need validation from anyone. You don't need validation from even me as a reader. Just have trust in God that things will get better, and they will with time. But it's not going to happen overnight. It does require patience. And we do have make the effort. So yeah, I don't think this is make the effort as in if you're in a very toxic situation, you got to try harder at it. But it's like you got to make the effort into yourself. So say, for example, if you're in a situation that you know you need to leave, then you need to make the effort to leave so that you can make space for someone who will love you and care for you and be there for you, rather than staying where you're not being appreciated and loved. So you need to make that effort into yourself. You need to push yourself to say, you know what, this is a difficult decision I have to make, but I need to make it so that I can be happy and thrive and grow. And then you will attract someone better. Right? But yeah, with this red flags, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this card, but I'm not surprised it's come up in this reading. And we have keep an open mind. So when it comes to love, your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So maybe say, for example, if you're into a certain race or you're into a certain type of guy, and you're realizing every single time I like this type of person, they let me down, they break my heart, they're just not really a good match for me. You're being guided to understand that your soulmate may be very different in appearance, maybe very different to what you're usually interested in. That could be another reason why you may not be as open to them when they come into your life. But there's going to be something strong about that connection that you guys will end up finding each other back, way to each other in the future. But yeah, they're not your usual type. But they're going to be someone who you end up marrying. That's what I sense. But it's not the situationship, that's for damn sure. It's not the person that is giving you headache and pain. Okay, let's see if we can get some charms. What does Cancer need to know? What can Cancer know? Okay, we have not just hip hop. Anything else that Cancer needs to know? What's it gonna be? We have the garnet. What does Cancer need to know? Oh, we're getting 2 letters and a zodiac. We have the Gemini necklace. Okay, it's kind of caught in between. Gemini necklace, Taurus necklace. We also have an initial called N. So your soulmate may begin with the letter N. Okay. One more. Okay. We do have a crown. Okay. Okay. So what I'm getting here is, for this month, you may be tested, or you may come to a conclusion that you need to put yourself out there. Now, even as it says hip hop, it's not saying you're going to go out and dance, but I feel like you're going to try new things outside of your comfort zone. Well, that's what you need to do. Okay. You need to try something outside of your comfort zone. The person you may end up marrying in the future may also be somebody who does things out of their comfort zone. They may be into dance, or they may just be very fit and healthy. They may work out a lot, but they may start with an N. Okay, the person you're meant to be with may start with an N. They may come from a very prestigious family, or may have a high position with the crown. This person is well respected. This person is abundant. I'm seeing a lot of orange. So this person's very creative. You guys are going to have a sexual chemistry when you eventually do give this person a chance. But I'm also seeing the garnet. So I feel like you guys are very, very foreign to one another, but also very sexually compatible, but you're also protected from people. And this person's very strong. There's something about them in their family history. They have a lot of strength in them. They could be related to people who were in the army as well. But yeah, there could be a Gemini, or there could be a Taurus, or they could just be born in May, right? But that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting, Cancer. I hope that was helpful. If it didn't resonate, maybe the next one will. And if it does resonate, I hope you make the right decisions in life. But yeah.